Welcome to this jaw-dropping architectural gem. It is called Littoral. My French is really bad. That's probably not right. Littoral, and it's about 2 hours outside of Quebec City in Canada. And this place feels like it belongs on the front cover of an architecture magazine. Quite literally, because it has been on the cover of an architecture magazine and won several design awards. So if you are a fan of modern design, you are going to absolutely love this place. Let's now go and start the full tour. Welcome to this incredible architectural gem in Canada. This is definitely one of the most unique cabins we've ever toured before on the channel. It almost feels like two different homes combined into one. I think my favorite part of the exterior is definitely the black section with those massive windows on the top floor. I'll do a quick little transition and we are going to go to night mode. All of the interior lights are now on and you can see a little bit into the pool and outdoor area, which we'll get to a little later. You can also see into the living room in the kitchen. Not only is this one of the most unique builds, but it's also one of the largest homes we've ever toured on the channel. There are 5 bedrooms and 5.5 baths, so I'm now going to begin to transition to the interior because we have a lot to cover. I'm going to walk up from the driveway via this outdoor staircase and then proceed down this long path because it's now finally time to open up this big black door to go and see what's inside. When you first enter, there are these 2 doors, a bench, and this decoration of the exterior. But real quick to the left, there is a lot of storage space for you to place your coats and your shoes. But we are going to first proceed through that door on the right. This will take us to the first of many bedrooms. A lot of them are suite style like this, with the bathroom also in the same space. But you have a queen size mattress, these lights on either side of the bed, and some nightstands. Everything is very modern, and there's plenty of towels and robes for you to enjoy the pool, sauna, and hot tub. Along this wall, there's also a bench, chair, and some hangers. Still in the same space, if I go to the other half of this room, you can find your in-suite bathroom. You have a simple bathroom sink with a rounded mirror above it. Right next to it is your shower. And last but not least, if I pull back this white sliding door, you can find your toilet inside of here. Back in the hallway, right next door, there's another bedroom which is pretty much exactly like the one that we just saw. So we're gonna go in a little further to where the kiddos sleep. And you have these really neat capsule hotel style beds. There are 5 twin mattresses, and I really liked the simple and modern design. If I was a kid again, I think I would really enjoy sleeping here. It just feels like the perfect setup for an epic sleepover, in my opinion. Getting closer now, of course I had to try out a capsule. I'm just under 6 feet and I had no issues fitting. Each of them has their own light, an outlet, and a small shelf above. And you can also even pull down a curtain for some added privacy when you're trying to sleep at night, so it all looks like this. Beginning to wrap up now in this space, the bottom 2 capsules have these big drawers which you can take out like this, and you have some extra storage. And of course, if the kids are sleeping here, they're going to need some entertainment, so there is a large smart TV. And you can also grab one of these big pillows or cushions and slide them out easily like this, so you can just sit down and relax and watch some television. We'll now turn our attention to these 2 doors along the opposite wall, which will take us into another one of those suite style bedrooms. All of these bedrooms have the same exact layout, just some of the rooms are oriented in the opposite direction. This particular one is more in the middle of the home, and you get a slightly better view of the pool seen here. You also have the same bathroom. There are 4 bedrooms and bathrooms just like this. When you also factor in the capsule style beds out in the hall, you can sleep up to 14 guests total. Back in the hallway, I'll open up this door to take a quick look into the laundry room. The final door along the same wall will lead into another full bathroom. There's a different layout though, and I really loved all of the tiling. This is the bathroom more reserved for the kids or whoever is sleeping in the capsules. Opposite of that bathroom, you can see these two doors. We're gonna go into the last room on this ground floor, which is the sauna. You have a very private view into the forest behind the home. There's then your stone heater there in the bottom left, and enough seating for up to 6 guests total. Let's now briefly pop outside again via this big black door because there's a lot of outdoor space. You'll see your huge hot tub there on the left, then your very private and fancy looking pool area. We'll walk through the glass fence to get closer. This is actually a heated pool, and I was gifted with a beautiful sunset on one of my nights, and there's that view of the St. Lawrence River in the distance. Speaking of the surrounding area, this is the Bay of La Malbaie, excuse my French, and the river eventually empties into the Atlantic. There's a ton of great restaurants and activities nearby, and the sunset just really went off that one night. But now back to the home because we still have the entire top floor left to explore. We'll come on up, and there is this small white door that you can use to child-proof the stairs. And we'll begin first in your very high-end kitchen, so let's go and check it out. Starting from this angle, you have these 3 chairs, and I really love those modern lighting fixtures that hang down from your very tall ceiling. The Wi-Fi is also super fast here, and I think this easily shatters the record for the most amount of kitchen countertop space that we've ever come across before on the channel. I mean, you could host a cooking show here. Going into more detail now, there is your sink right smack dab in the middle, and on the right you can find your white fridge and freezer setup. And this place definitely has a lot of appliances that you wouldn't normally see at a rental. For example, there on the left you can see a blender and mixer, and on the right you have one of those fancy espresso machines. Coffee beans are provided. I've gotten pretty good at this in the past year or two. You can make a nice drink like a cappuccino or a latte, or if you want to go more old school, there is the coffee machine on the left. We'll exit the kitchen now, and I'll quickly point this out. Right next to the staircase, there is a half bathroom up here, so you don't have to go downstairs. But now for my favorite part, just look at that view. We'll go to the dining area next, and you have this oak dining table that matches the color of the ceiling pretty closely, and you can take in the view while enjoying a meal with your loved ones. We'll now walk past the dining table to go further into the living room, and I'll just never get enough of those huge floor-to-ceiling windows and their unique shape, especially when the sun is beaming in perfectly. You'll see this big, comfortable sectional sofa with plenty of spots for the whole crew. And along this wall, you have some of your entertainment options and your wood stove. Firewood is provided. I was here in late September, and it was actually still pretty hot out, so I didn't end up using it, but definitely nice for the colder months. And last but not least, of course, this is a smart TV, so you can still enjoy all of your streaming providers during your trip. Right next to the TV, you can find a copy of the magazine that these guys are on the cover of. Definitely worth a read. But now I'm going to slide back this big glass door, which leads to the outdoor deck. You have a BBQ grill and some cool minimalist furniture. This is definitely a great option if you want to dine outside with your family or group, and it's really tough to beat that view. The booking link to this incredible cabin is down in the video description, and if you do decide to stay at this place, use my code MikeWillTravel to save some money on your trip. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you very soon for another Airbnb tour.